41.67 volts. Okay, so now the last thing we got to do is we have to check our work. And so let's talk about how do we check our work. So we talked about that Kirchhoff's voltage law states that the sum of the voltages around the loop is equal to 0. So now that I've told you the voltage for each of those lamps, if I add all of those up, they got to add back up to my source. So if they add up to the source, then that means that it's correct. So that means that 100, this is Kirchhoff's voltage law, KVL, has to equal 25 plus 33.33 plus 41.67. So that's 42. 42 plus 33 is 75. So we do indeed have 100 equals 100. So I have found that the voltage from the source is equal to the voltage drop across each of those lamps. Yes, you're going to divide by 100, Adriel. Very good. Good evening, staff. Good evening, darling. I'm doing a little bit of electric circuits tonight. I'm going to do some robot stuff too. I'm going to try to do a little bit every couple of days. I'll go back and forth between doing engineering circuit analysis stuff and robot stuff. So tonight we're doing robot stuff. Make sure you guys are liking the live, trying to help me meet my heart meet lift goal, sharing the live, etc. And so the power. So the power for that voltage source should be equal to P equals V times I, which is going to be 100 times 1.2 or 120 watts, okay? The law of conservation of energy, let me take my notes. Steph, you're funny. So 120 watts. So power delivered equals power absorbed. So the power delivered from the voltage source is 120 watts. And the power absorbed, hi Danielle, the power absorbed by all three of the lamps is also 120 watts. So I've now talked about several things. I've talked about Kirchhoff's voltage law. I've talked about that this obeys the law of conservation of energy. Law of conservation of energy. Sorry about my handwriting. It's sticking a little bit. I'm going to see if I can fix that. Of energy, which says that power delivered equals power absorbed. Okay, I'm going to try to see if I can fix the resolution a little bit so that it's not so crazy looking. If you have any questions, please ask in the notes. Please ask in the notes. And I'm going to try another example